Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, your trusted source for all things related to brain health and cognitive performance. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos. I'm your host, Matis, and today we are diving deep into a fascinating topic, Pramiracetam, a nootropic that has been making waves in the scientific community. Pramiracetam is a powerful synthetic smart drug that has been touted for its potential benefits in enhancing memory and overall brain function. But what does the science say? Is it really as good as some claim, or is it just another overhyped supplement? Today, we are going to dissect and analyze the available scientific studies and explore what they reveal about Pramiracetam's potential benefits. We'll delve into how Pramiracetam can potentially aid memory, from improving recall to enhancing long-term memory consolidation. We'll examine studies that suggest it has neuroprotective benefits, helping to protect the brain from damage and maintain its health. This is particularly intriguing, considering the growing interest in finding solutions to combat cognitive decline as we age. And there's more. Some studies suggest that Pramiracetam could even be beneficial in managing certain neurodegenerative diseases. We'll be discussing these findings, trying to understand the potential role Pramiracetam could play in this critical field. We'll then also get into how to apply Pramiracetam in practice by providing you with proper dosing strategies and some of the most efficacious Pramiracetam stacks. It's going to be an exciting and informative ride, folks. Remember, our goal here is to understand, not just to accept claims at face value. We're committed to bringing you reliable, research-based information so you can make informed decisions about your cognitive health. So, get comfortable, grab a notepad if you want, and let's get into the meat of the subject. Let's unlock the secrets of Pramiracetam together. So, let's get right into it. The first study I'm going to be looking at is by De Vries and his team. So what did this study research? This is a study on the influence of drug therapy, Pramiracetam, as well as memory training, each alone and in combination, on both the objective memory and metamemory performance. The study was conducted on 35 non-depressed, non-demented healthy elderly with objective and/or subjective memory loss. The subjects were tested for objective and subjective memory proficiency prior to and shortly after treatment. Results showed that objective memory gains of the two groups receiving Pramiracetam were significantly larger than that of the memory training and control groups. The present findings stress once again the complex relationships between memory, metamemory, and affective status, which may be significantly improved by Pramiracetam supplementation, as well as, to a lesser extent, memory training. The next study I'm going to be looking at is called Placebo-Controlled Study of Pramiracetam in Young Males with Memory and Cognitive Problems Resulting from Head Injury and Anoxia by McLean and his team. This study evaluated the safety and efficacy of 400 mg Pramiracetam sulfate TID in treating memory and other cognitive problems of males who have sustained brain injuries. The study was conducted under double-blind placebo-controlled conditions. The results of the study indicate that subject performance in measures of memory, especially delayed recall, evidenced clinically significant improvements after the administration of Pramiracetam sulfate as compared to placebo. This improvement was maintained during an 18-month open trial period on the medication as well as during a 1-month follow-up period after the Pramiracetam was discontinued. Pramiracetam sulfate appears to be a safe and effective treatment for memory and other cognitive problems of males who have sustained brain injuries. Let's look at a couple more studies where Pramiracetam shows promise in enhancing memory, this time in animal models. This next study by Murray and Fibiger examined the effect of the nootropic drug Pramiracetam on acquisition of a radial arm maze task in rats. The study found that both doses of Pramiracetam significantly improved performance in the reference memory component of the task, but did not significantly affect the working memory component. These data indicate that Pramiracetam can enhance some aspects of spatial learning and memory in the rat. So what's the mechanism of action behind these effects on memory? First, let's look at what Pramiracetam doesn't do. Well, according to this paper by Thomas Pugsley and his team, Pramiracetam did not alter the concentration of norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, 5-hydroxyindoleacetic, and homovanillic acid in various brain areas. The agent also did not alter D-methamphetamine-induced changes in monoamine metabolism nor prolactin concentration in rat serum. Pramiracetam PR did not exhibit any affinity in vitro for dopaminergic, adrenergic, serotoninergic, GABergic, muscarinic, adenosine, and benzodiazepine receptors binding sites. So what's the mechanism? This paper found that Pramiracetam caused a significant increase in the rate of sodium-dependent high-affinity choline uptake into rat hippocampal synthosomes in vitro. This was specific as no effect was observed in cerebral cortex and corpus striatum. These results would seem to indicate that pramiracetam is accelerating hippocampal acetylcholine turnover and thus septal hippocampal cholinergic neuronal impulse flow. This effect could be at least partially responsible for the enhancement of cognition processes observed with this nootropic. This has been well known in nootropic circles for a while, but it's nice to see some evidence for this rather than simply relying on hearsay. Let's look at some more studies that prove the neuroprotective and memory restoring properties of pramiracetam. This is a study on the effects of pramiracetam on scopolamine-induced amnesia in healthy volunteers. The study was conducted on two groups of 12 males, 18 to 42 and 55 to 65 years old, respectively. The subjects were randomly assigned to oral treatment with pramiracetam or with placebo for 10 consecutive days. On day 11, each subject was injected intramuscularly with scopolamine hydrobromide. Before scopolamine injection and then 1, 3 and 6 hours after it, subjects were administered various psychometric tests. Scopolamine significantly impaired episodic memory and selective attention tests in both scopolamine and placebo groups. Instead, visual, motor and incidental learning measures were unaffected. Pramiracetam, when compared to placebo, was able to partially reduce the amnesic effects induced by scopolamine both in young and old subjects. This suggests that pramiracetam counters the neurodegenerative effects of scopolamine, cluing us in on its potential as a neuroprotective agent. Finally, let's look at the study on pramiracetam showing promise in neurodegenerative diseases, particularly traumatic brain injury. This study was conducted on 65 patients with mild craniocerebral trauma. The study examined the effects of two nootropic agents, Pramiracetam, otherwise known as pramiracetam, and Piracetam, on patients' symptoms such as headache, dizziness and nausea. Patients receiving pramiracetam had better restoration of orientation and feeling and were more effective in patients with amnesia. The study concluded that both nootropic agents were effective in treating mild craniocerebral trauma, but Pramiracetam was more effective than Piracetam. As you can see, while the current research about pramiracetam is promising, it's important to remember that more comprehensive human trials are required to fully understand its potential benefits and risks. Alright, let's get into the practical application and stacking. Here are a couple of my favorite time-tested Promi stacks. Stack 1, pramiracetam and choline. Pramiracetam 3 to 600 mg per day. Alpha GPC or CDP choline 3 to 600 mg per day. This is a basic stack often suggested for beginners. Pramiracetam increases the demand for choline in the brain, and supplementing with the choline source can help meet this demand, potentially enhancing the cognitive benefits of pramiracetam. Stack 2, pramiracetam, choline and aniracetam. Pramiracetam 3 to 600 mg per day. Alpha GPC or CDP choline 3 to 600 mg per day. Aniracetam 7 to 1500 mg per day. This stack can provide a broader range of cognitive benefits. Aniracetam is often used for its potential to enhance creativity and holistic thinking, and it may work synergistically with pramiracetam. While these stacks may seem pretty basic, I and many other people have found that when it comes to Piracetam and Promi in particular, keeping it simple works the best. Alright folks, we've covered a lot of ground today in our exploration of pramiracetam, and I want to wrap up by summarizing the key points we've discussed. Firstly, regarding memory enhancement, studies have shown that pramiracetam could potentially improve both short-term and long-term memory. This is believed to be due to its ability to increase high-affinity choline uptake in the hippocampus, thereby increasing the synthesis of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine, which plays a crucial role in memory processes. Secondly, and I guess thirdly, pramiracetam may possess neuroprotective properties. It has been demonstrated to reverse memory deficits caused by traumatic brain injuries and improve cognitive performance after oxygen deprivation. This suggests a potential role for pramiracetam in protecting our brains against various forms of damage and aiding in recovery post-injury. Alright, folks, that concludes our deep dive into pramiracetam. We've navigated through the labyrinth of scientific studies and emerged with a stronger understanding of this powerful nootropic. If you found this video helpful, enlightening, or even just intriguing, please hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot and allows me to keep bringing you these comprehensive analyses. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing. This way, you'll never miss out on our journey through the fascinating world of cognitive enhancement and biohacking. Also, I'm excited to share that I've written several books on nootropics and biohacking. These are comprehensive guides designed to help you navigate the intricate landscape of cognitive enhancement and to understand how you can optimize your health and performance. You can find the links to these books in the description below. These resources are a fantastic way to expand your knowledge even further and make informed decisions about your cognitive and physical health. Once again, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this incredible community. Remember, the key to success is a keen mind, and together we're discovering how best to sharpen ours. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video.